Hi, I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design, and today I'm out in the factory again. Now I just got back from the transfer station. I came out this morning. I had 13 orders. I built all the stuff for those. Most of them were pots and stoves and lids. That's basically it. Pot, stoves, and lids. Had a whole bunch of lids, and I think 3 QMH and an angry troll pot. Hide all your angry trolls, which I'll get to in a minute. Anyway, got all that stuff out, and it wasn't too bad because I had 4 orders for 4 of the super caps, and I had those all built because I built those yesterday. Life is good. The Angry Troll Pot, I built one of those yesterday, so I was good there. Had to build a bunch of lids for the Angry Troll Pot because all out of those. Had to build a batch of 12 centimeter lids because I was all out of those. But we got it all together anyway, and everything is shipped out. I had one order that was going to Mexico, and we kind of, Beth and I kicked this around for quite a while, and I didn't ship it because the person who ordered it, if I remember correctly, lives in New York. But the shipping address was for Mexico. Okay. But in the address, down at the bottom it said Mexico, but in the address, and it was an international order, $20 shipping. In the address, it said like a Mexican town name, and then for the city, it said NY, which is New York, and then the zip code, if it was in the United States, would have been Georgia. And we tried to correspond Mexico, New York with a zip code. We went all over the place. We spent like a half an hour trying to figure it out, and we just didn't feel good about it. I felt that the person that put the address in may have made a mistake, and maybe not. Maybe there is Mexico, New York, and that zip is right, but it didn't look. It looked like a mistake. So I emailed the person, told them that the shipping address didn't look correct, and asked them when they wanted shipped. As soon as they get back to me, we'll ship it out. And I have to admit, I was a little leery of it because the person that ordered it doesn't have a PayPal account. And on PayPal, there was no email address. It was, when you see those red flags start popping up, no PayPal account, no email address, all kinds of stuff missing, and you can get in trouble pretty easy with that. So I'm probably a little bit cautious about that. I did manage to get an email address off of the account on the website where they ordered. And I sent the email there. Now, it's probably completely legit, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay, I've been fooled once. That's not going to happen again. So on these international orders, things have got to be a certain way. I just won't ship them. I'm all done goofing around with international orders and getting in trouble with them and losing money. It's not going to happen again. So I'm real cautious. Okay, we beat that enough. I went to the dump today, went to the transfer station, and there's this great big bin, like 4x8, full of nothing but empty cans. And there's every kind of can known to man in there. And if it's sold in the area, there's a can in there. So I went there looking for a can the right size to fit in a faucet pot. Now, you could go there and look, that looks about right, and then, you could try it, but no, I'm smarter than that. What I did was, I made a ring that would just slide into a faucet pot. You could just pull it back out again, just what's called a slip fit. It would just go in with ever so light pressure and come back out. Okay, now the size of the inside of a faucet pot without a press fit. And then I made this that would just slide over that ring. And then I made it 3/1000 bigger for a press fit. So if I took this to the dump and I took the cans, and the cans should just, if they'll work, they should just slide into this ring. Make sense? And I did 100 different tuna and cat food and pineapple, and I didn't come up with anything. They all appeared to be the same size as that tuna fish can I originally, those tuna fish cans I originally started out with. Every single one of them fit just the way those did. I didn't see any difference in the size of the can, and I'm not up on how they manufacture cans, but at any rate, I didn't have any luck at all, and I went through a bunch of cans. I'm glad I made the ring. Now, I got an email from a guy that said he was buying Stater Brothers, I think, Stater Brothers tuna, and that those cans worked fine. He'd made 10 Foster's pots with them, and couldn't figure out why somebody as smart as me didn't figure that out. Well, first off, and this probably hasn't dawned on this person, you can't buy Stater Brothers tuna in my area. You know, where I live, you can get bumblebee, chicken of the sea, and stuff like that. But Stater Brothers, not so much. So one reason why I didn't stumble onto that is I didn't have the can available. Somewhere in the world, there is a can that will work. Second off, when somebody says they've done it 10 times and there's no pictures, no links, no video, and nobody else except this one person has discovered this and had all this huge success with it, I'm dubious to say the least. And the way they worded it, like somebody smart as me should have figured that out, that kind of reeked of troll to me. I kind of think that this person probably hadn't done it either, but because of internet anonymity, he can say he has with no proof whatsoever, none, and then call me stupid that I didn't figure it out and get away with it, kind of. You won't see him commenting anymore on my videos because I clicked the flag and his comments don't show up anymore. So if he does comment, he'll be talking to himself. Now, I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I was sharp enough to make this ring. So, and if I do anything, I'll make a video and show it to you. I won't just tell you, oh yeah, I did that 10 times. I ran into this one other time when I was, a long time ago, when I was building the Elites, and I had to build an Elite today. And I'm happy to say that I stopped and built one more piece of tooling to make a better stove. And it took a couple of tries, but yes, and that would be the tool I used to cut the top out of the can. I took a piece of tool steel, made a special tool to do that with, and I think I got a better stove out of it. And I learned a little trick on the hot roll crimp on the bottom that is kind of comical, but it improves hot roll crimp. There's one more little trick that I'm going to try that's fussy, but it may improve it even more. But anyway, a nice stove. Back to my story. When I was originally getting the bugs out of these Elite stoves, I was having some problems. It took a long time to get that inner wall piece just the right shape so that it would go into the top nicely and hug the bottom. Other people have made them and they don't have the bottom hug. It just goes down into the radius in the bottom. Well, that radius is pretty wide. And if it kind of goes down into that radius, it can move back and forth. And then when you put the pressure down, it may go in, it may go out, and it may roll. And it doesn't make that good looking stove. In order to do it right, you need to make it so that that piece goes down and over the concave part, it just slides down over it. And then when you hot roll crimp it, you roll that bottom edge in and capture it. And it makes for a real nice stove. Well, anyway, in the process of learning this, I had a gentleman email me, leave a comment site, and his comment said, I don't know why you're having a problem making these Elite stoves. I make them all the time, no problem at all. Piece of cake. I've made hundreds of them. And I don't get why you're having a problem with them. Somebody smart as you ought to be able to do that. So I emailed him and said, okay, send me 2 of your Elite stoves that you've built. I'll pay you for them. Just send them to me so I can see them. See what kind of workmanship you got and everything else. Never heard from him again. Never got any stoves, never heard another word, no answer to my email, gone. And that kind of led me to believe that, like this guy, he probably had never made an Elite. He was just using the internet's anonymity to make me look bad, and with no proof whatsoever. I mean, if he was making these things the way he was, he should have had all kinds of pictures he could have sent me. Should have sent me 4 or 5 of them. You know, he was telling me, he'd make like 100 of them. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, I went to the dump with a ring, and I never found any cans anywhere, and none. They were all the same size as that tuna can, about 30 thousandths too big. Now, somebody said that a cat food can would work, and I checked a bunch of them. No, none of the ones I had access to would work. And somebody commented on the video that they had tried the aluminum cat food cans, and they didn't have any luck with them either. They were too big. So, you know, if you say cat food can, you got to say exactly which brand, and you got to have a picture or maybe a video or something. Other than that, you got no credibility whatsoever, which is pretty much what I'm running into here. Is like the original comment that Intense Angler had that all figured out. Well, now that we've looked into it and tried it and watched his video, we know that he doesn't have it figured out. What a surprise. Okay, I'm all done for today. I'm all caught up. At least I was at 8 o'clock this morning. I'm Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Try to have a really great day and try to have some fun today. You deserve it. Bye-bye.